Hey Opties! Today we're going to be constructing a perpendicular bisector. I love this construction. It's probably my favorite. I think it's really cool because you got two cool things happening, perpendicular lines and bisecting those lines. And also I think it's one of the easier ones. So let's start with a segment, because if we're going to do a bisector, we're bisecting a segment, not a line. Because remember, lines go on for forever and segments end. They have endpoints. So here's a segment. Making it in the middle of our screen because we're going to do that above and below intersections of our circles like we have with our other two perpendicular lines constructions. So very similar to our other perpendicular lines constructions, we want to make another segment that's more than halfway between these two endpoints. So just eyeball it. Now this, to me, it might be more than halfway, but it's hard to tell. So I'd make it pretty obviously more than halfway. You don't have to go all the way here because those circles are going to be huge, and then your intersections may be completely off of the page. A good way to check is to see, like this would be off the page because it's literally going off the screen, so you don't want to go that far, but something like this would be fine. And you know how I like to change the color to see the segment if it's laying on top of another line or segment. Okay, let's use our compass tool and this black line or black segment as our radius, and then one of our endpoints is the center, and then let's use the same radius in the other endpoint as our center. Okay, we've got our above and below intersections. Now let's make our line. It's going to go through these two intersections, and now we have already made the perpendicular bisectors. It's really that easy and that quick. Let's check first that they're perpendicular, which means they cross or intersect to form 90-degree angles. So let's check that. We do have 90 degrees, and we can drag it to check that it's always true. And we do want to check that we have bisected this segment. So what's cool is that this segment and this segment are congruent because the whole segment's been bisected by this line. What's also cool is that this original segment is a perpendicular bisector of the segment formed by the endpoints being the intersections of those two circles. So that's also true. Okay, so we can see that we've actually highlighted this half of the segment, and now we can add the label for length, and let's do the other one. Okay, we see that they're the same, which is awesome because that's what we want to be a bisector. So I'm making these two segments that will be our halves, and now let's measure. See how it's highlighted? We know what we're looking at. Okay, and now let's click on the other one. And they do match. So we see they're perpendicular bisectors. Again, let's drag around our point. We see that they keep staying the same no matter how we drag them. So they are true perpendicular bisectors. All right, Opties, that's it for perpendicular bisectors construction. See you next time.